Welcome to Let's Get Personal with Mo. Today, we're featuring my family, the Mashaos.
Gwena Mokoko. I went through sort of a coaching session where we had a group of people and each person affirmed each other. And I think in that process, I found that the more we affirm each other, the more we celebrate each other, the more healing we get because we're not celebrated enough. And I think with that being said, I believe that, or I feel that an apology will be a start to some form of healing. But does not necessarily mean it solves the problem. But I think a problem can only be solved once it's actually acknowledged. So I think it's the beginning stage of actually acknowledging the problem. And I think that can begin to, branch into other conversations and other forms of healing.
Mamutinji has made me feel so unsafe, so disappointed in the country. And what I think would make it better is, well, I think our parents failed us, like they failed the boy child, because every time when we get raised, it's always about the girl child. The girl child is fragile, the girl child needs to be secured, the girl child needs to do that, the girl child needs to be all this type of things, but it's never about the boy child. Boy children are the most fragile ones because they are the less taken care of ones. In Sepedi, they say "Munna ulela ding." They are more affected. Hence, I think their behavior with regards to violence and rape and everything, they can't talk about it because they were raised to be strong. So their cry for help usually comes in violence. So the best thing to do is to raise our boy child better and think for them better and treat them the same as we treat the girl children.
Mashao. I'm a bit angered by the whole situation and a bit too emotional. I ask myself, a grown man seeing a 12-year-old, it could be your daughter, your cousin, your what makes that right? I'm not sure what can actually make it better. But I think a hard look must be taken. All these guys, I think it's the culture that we are breeding of you can just do whatever. And I'm not sure is all these apologies and all those things that are out there on social media and all those things, are they really real? Are you sorry for asking a little 12-year-old or a high school child to be your girlfriend and doing whatever it is that you want? Are you really? Are you going to stop? Are you going to stop going out to the clubs? And even if a person, you've bought them drinks or whatever the case is, and now you expect certain things out of the whole thing, are you really sorry? Or is it really just our culture, our heritage, where we come from, that it is okay? So I think maybe being sorry could be a first step, but I think more should be done. More change from the male generation. It shouldn't be us women complaining about this. It should be you guys being the heads of the family, the heads of the nation, the people that should be steering us forward. It should come from you guys, not what we think would make it better, but what you as leaders can propose. So that's it.
Dumi Kontle.
How I feel about what's happening in the country in terms of women and violence against women and children is that we are at a point where we are helpless and hopeless. This is not the first time this happens. This is not the first time we do this. This has been going on for many years and we haven't had any change. And as far as I'm concerned, whatever apology we're getting, for me it's a blur. Okay, we've had it before. You did it last year. You said it the year before. Nothing's going to change because I feel that no one is interested in changing anything. So the apology, not that I don't take it, I just don't care. That's my piece.
Jeremy Mago. I'm very proud of the women that they have raised us. They've actually protected us as like now LGBT vibes, and yes, and then they've understood that, they've protected us from this actually, narrow-minded people that don't want to be educated. I'm so happy that yes, and these women are actually proud now to say actually that yes, and this is their world, and they want to be acknowledged in that sense. And kudos to you guys, and we all respect you in some fast.
Mashao Nyama. Being a woman in South Africa today for me means that I'm forever a target. I'm constantly scared. Doesn't matter where I go, what I wear, what time of the day it is, it could happen to me. And as far as everyone apologizing and the men in our lives apologizing for their little contribution towards the violence that's happening, I accept the apology. I just want to see it in action. I want to see them stop commenting. I want to see them stop sharing the jokes, stop body shaming people, and stop laughing and actually protect us the way they said they would.
I think this whole matter of, or the whole issue of women abuse and children abuse, it's so embarrassing at this day and age that today in 2019 we still talk about these things. It's as a man and as a father, it's so embarrassing. I don't know whether we have the guts to do the things we are doing. I don't think really we do have some time to reflect on these issues as men. But I guess maybe it's the responsibility we have to take as men in raising our children, that somehow possibly we may have failed in raising our boys. But I think we need to deal with it in such a way that we don't only have to depend on the government, on the police to do this. We have to start getting the basics right with our families, with our homes, with our boys, and make it a point that we give them the values that we are proud of. It is something that has to come to an end. We cannot be talking about this in the near future. It's embarrassing as a man to say about this thing, and I think it's very disappointing. And then to listen to women that are fearful in their own neighborhood to walk about, to travel, and they fear us. Now we've just become beasts. It's so embarrassing and so sad to hear that, and I hope it stops.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys are afraid because of us. I'm sorry that 50% of your pain comes from us. I'm sorry that we don't symbolize the love and the protection that you guys deserve. It makes me very sad.
This is Tomboji. Alright. I'm sorry for not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I'm sorry for not telling you that you can't call her a hoe. I'm sorry for saying that, okay, fine, you'll learn one day, just don't do it again. I'm sorry for not being there to correct everyone, and when everybody's calling you a hoe after what you've done, nobody's giving you any peace. I'm sorry for letting the boys grow up and not know how it is to be a man. I'm sorry for the fact that I wasn't there to give you the lessons I didn't learn. But I'm sorry for the women that have no control over this and must continue to live this way. I'm sorry for everything that we've done. Please, take time, but don't forgive us.
I just want to say to all the ladies out there, just know that you're not alone in this. There are those of us, especially amongst the men, that don't agree or condone what these criminals are doing to you. These violent acts that are being perpetrated against you is not right. Just know that there are those of us who raised well, I guess. We have our mothers, we have our sisters, some of us, and yeah, just know that we do appreciate you. Sorry.
Mashao Nyama. Frustrated is a feeling that I have. I'm frustrated that it takes a high profile or someone popular for us to come forward as men and say something about it. Frustrated that we always have to wait for an event to happen before we act. Frustrated that it only lasts 2 weeks, and once that 2 weeks is over, then it's back to ordinary. To the women out there, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for firstly not being that change in the community that I need to be in order to affect others.
Mashao Nyama. I am disturbed, mostly angry, because society now has changed. As a woman, just because I'm accepting you buying me drinks it doesn't mean that you need to go and harass me. Just because you've invited me over is not me consenting to you abusing and harassing me. I don't feel safe anymore. It's not right, and I refuse. I refuse. I will not take it as a woman. Today I'm standing here and I'm voicing it out. I'm saying no. It's not okay.
Karabo Mashao. It's so disappointing that in a country with such hot, handsome men, we have these ones that feel entitled to do anything and just treat us anyhow. We should feel comfortable as women. When you're walking around, men are smart. If they can tell that a woman is not comfortable, you can sense. There's that thing, if you're walking behind a woman and she's not feeling comfortable, give her space. Otherwise things will tend to get violent. Next thing you end up doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Please, men, just respect us, treat us with dignity, and love us. You guys are our bodyguards, so we'd really appreciate that love. Nice hug when I need one, nice talk when I need one, but if I don't want to talk, get out of my face.
Mashao. I am angry, I am disappointed and very upset. These women that we treat and disrespect like this are the people that carry us. They are the only ones that can actually make sure that we actually bring life actually to this earth. You understand? Yes, there's two ways to make a baby, but these women are the ones that make sure that they give us life. So we need to be respecting and treating them with that kind of respect. That 9 months that you spend in that womb was taken care of with love, nurture, and respect. So you need to be doing the same as men out there, whether you're a boy or girl, to your parents, to these women. These are our mothers, these are our health givers. These are people that have made sure that we survive and be brought to life before everything else that we can experience during that. So it upsets me when I see these men just ill-treating us, ill-treating them in a way that, you know what, that they feel that's how it's supposed to be. It's not fair and it's not deserved. You understand? There's a whole lot of hard work. I ask that you give them the same kind of love and treatment as they did to you, nurturing you to the time that they brought you into this world. It's important that you understand that you just didn't make it here. You understand? Besides God and them, you understand? You became a person, an individual, based on the mere fact that you were nursed from birth to where you are here today. So you can't go out there and start disrespecting other things as if you were not taken care of from the time when you were still somebody who could have been a possibility. Let us appreciate our women, our mothers, and respect them to know that, you know what, these are the people that actually did their best to make sure that you at least have a life.
Papali Mashao. I just want to apologize for being silent. I just want to apologize for when conversations are happening around me that I'm not vocal. I just want to apologize for not allowing you to think that men are the place that you can go to when other men are being disrespectful. I want to apologize for us having this conversation and nothing changing. I pray that as we as men grow, that we're able to stand up to this, because it's a few men that are busy doing this, but unfortunately it's us, the good guys, that are allowing it to happen. I just want to apologize for all the good guys that have watched this happen in front of you.
Dinewa Mashao. I feel like we are just in danger, and it's so sad and heartbreaking that we have to live in fear everywhere we go, and we cannot trust anybody because of what is happening in South Africa. We just hope and pray that the Lord will hear our prayers and that the men can respect us and love us and take care of us. Thanks.
We need to change the narrative in our country, and we need to start influencing things like media, because sometimes we just don't think by seeing some MTV degrading of women as being an issue. It is an issue. We just do not think about seeing a billboard where you're selling a car. Why do you have to put a naked woman as an accessory? That itself is an issue. In other words, when we start to actually want to have women's rights, I think we need to actually start promoting some called human rights, so that we don't sound like they are the lesser, but that everyone has got a strong human right like others who are getting more priority. So women are who we are. We come from them. So if you abuse a woman, you're abusing yourself. So here's the most important thing. Male abuses, but a man will raise children. So a man is who I'm challenging you to be. Go out there and make a difference. And when you respect and love women, it means you respect and love yourself.
The usual heritage, we just don't get off work. But your generation has work to do. We can stand here and we can apologize for making the mistake. Now, just do your part. Just do your part. Sometimes we're all over the place because we don't know what our part is. Just do your part. Thank you for participating.